Let's go. What episode is this, Hayden?
You tell me. I don't know. We've been doing 2 a week now, so I stopped counting.
Hold on. I got a little tune.
Is what it is.
Okay.
It's a big episode.
Can you name that tune? Do 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 do.
That is
Obviously,
Jeopardy.
that's.
Oh, is that not Jeopardy?
Old Spice?
Old Spice. Wow, is
Oh, we
that
got
is that a
some
pillow?
Decorative pillows.
We got a sponsor
so
for the
now my
pod.
back can actually
There you
sit
go.
comfortably
These
on
are
this
silky
brand new
soft.
couch.
For those just listening, we have some very nice Old Spice pillows.
Right for my lumbar
Very
spine.
supple.
And for the boys, we got the Old Spice Gentleman's Collection Lavender and Mint Scent Body Wash.
Ooh.
24/7.
Let me get my hands on.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
It
Hayden's taking that from me.
locks in moisture
What is this?
24/7.
Himalayan sea?
Yeah, buddy.
Salt and glacier water scent?
There you go.
Oh, natural.
What the heck?
And we got some deodorant. We got 3 sticks.
Oh.
So I was thinking if you just crack that open, like Hayden gets one, Chippy gets
Hayden
one.
gets a stick. I get a
What are you
stick.
trying to
and
say,
Jared
Jared?
gets a stick.
We smell bad here, or what's going on?
Well, I mean, you gotta set the boys up. I was thinking because
I actually think I could use this right now. I might use it right now.
well, I already have
I
one.
don't know if I threw deodorant on today.
So the last one you guys can just share.
I'm not
Right.
lying.
Okay, yeah. 1 armpit each. We can help each other apply.
Exactly.
it
Like
to-
each time you
yeah.
come, you just
What do we got here? Lavender and mint scent.
Old Spice Gentleman's.
there you go.
Gentleman's.
Gentleman's collection. Love it.
All right. so-
Gentleman's, it says.
Exactly, gentleman's. This episode is sponsored by Old Spice, and I got something to talk about later on. Hayden and I got to go to a Old Spice creator skate.
Yes.
So we'll get into that a little
was a
later on
spa
the
day.
pod. But Hayden, why don't you kick it off with our
Yeah.
Gonna change the world with my hockey stick. Gonna make a real difference. Feed the poor and heal the sick.
Welcome back to the Puck Daddy Pod. We got all 3 of us here today again.
Wow.
Made
Welcome
it.
back, band. The band's back together.
We had to delay it till Thursday though, because you both had a busy week.
Yeah.
Sorry
yes.
about that, everyone.
Birthday.
I got
Mom's birthday on the Tuesday there.
bar
so-
mitzvah,
And a bar mitzvah. And you guys were at a pond hockey tournament.
pond hockey tourney, then
Not much work happening.
cranking
you were
out some
probably getting
content.
videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a busy week. But we're here. Nonetheless, you guys, the Puck Daddies, true fans, thank you all for being out there. We've got 2
Appreciate you
episodes
guys.
again this week. They're both, one's going to be coming out probably Friday, another one on Saturday. I'm just pushing them back a little bit this week.
That's all right.
Before we even get started, I want to shout out Kai from YouTube and
Ooh.
Sarah from YouTube. We got 2 Puck Daddies, the members.
Oh, we got people signing up. for the
Yeah.
members
No way.
only.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on.
cool.
Kai also has a question for the mailbag at the end of this. Don't let me forget.
Ooh,
All right.
No, we
Um,
can't
I
forget.
like that.
Can't forget.
But yeah, so if you want to sign up for to be a member on YouTube, basically you get when we have the podcast, when we record it, you get it right away.
A day early.
Like pretty much is a day early. Yeah,
Are we doing a day early because we're already a day late?
I know. That's why I was kind of peeved that we couldn't record till Thursday. I was like, literally, we just got a member signed up, and now they don't get an episode.
Our bad.
Yeah,
We're
sorry,
back.
Kai. Sorry, Kai.
We're getting dialed in.
It's what happens when we got a couple celebrities
Oh.
on the show.
Hey, my
Oh.
biggest the bane of my existence is getting you 2 in the same room every week.
Yep.
At the same
Yeah,
time.
It gets crazy sometimes.
Yeah, but that's all right.
Schedules.
We're here now.
We're feeling good about
And
it.
we're going to kick it off, as we usually do, with clips of the week. Did you guys bring some?
I got a couple.
I got some, yeah.
I'll do one first.
All right, let's go.
I'm going to ask you guys to close your eyes.
Oh,
Eyes are shut.
are you gonna
I'm going to
put
take
something in our mouths again like last time?
this
Oh.
This isn't necessarily
Remember
a
the beef jerky episode?
Oh, that was my favorite episode we had. That jerky is so dynamite.
I might have to bring it back.
You
for
might have to
guys.
bring it back.
Yeah.
Like, I have to go to Costco just to grab that. That's how good that was.
I remember those cookies right now. I close my eyes, I can taste them.
Those were dynamite too.
Okay, no. But this is more of taking you back into an era. I want to see what you guys
Oh, we're not allowed to watch the clip.
My eyes are shut
no
now.
watching.
Hey, we're like the fans listening on the
I
pod.
want to see if you guys can
Yes.
guess what year this is from.
Okay, 1998.
Oh, no sound yet.
My eyes have been shut for the past.
19. Oh, the 1700s. If there's no sound.
No sound.
Still
No
shut.
sound.
They're still shut.
Why isn't there sound? Oh, there's probably a little volume icon.
Oh, my eyes opened up for a bit there.
Uh oh.
Look out here! Look at this! Wide open! From center
Now I know.
Okay, I didn't stop it soon enough.
I love the call, and I know it was from a few days ago.
Yeah.
I love the
The
call,
Red Wing might have.
The Red Wings might have gave it away. I tried to stop it, but it wasn't
Ooh.
clicking out.
I like that.
I
This could be a
already
new segment.
knew.
This could be a new segment.
Yeah.
Where you have your eyes closed and
Yes,
I try
that
to.
clip. I already knew
clip.
because I watched that like 20 times.
Yes, it's electric.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like, so I wanted to. I messed that up, but I wanted to stop it before it said Red Wings because I'm not sure if you guys know the announcers well enough to know that was the Red Wings calling
I
it.
thought it was going to be. I was either going to say that's from 2 days ago, or that could have been like 2010.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like,
When
but
they
it
say
sounds
Chicago,
so
it's in
vintage,
Chicago. Yeah,
and like it could have been Chicago versus the Red Wings with
Play it
that
again.
guy's
Can we do one more
announcing.
time on that?
Yeah, let's play
do
it
one
again.
more time.
Who is the announcer? You know?
I don't know his
Legend.
name. No.
I love
Drop
your.
back, Jones. Jones right in. Save Reimer. Rebound save. Look out here. Look at this. Wide open.
Look at this.
Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this.
Chicago.
Oh, it's disgusting.
What a great goal.
See,
how he
like
gets-
Patrick Kane in Chicago,
Yeah,
and I wanted to
exactly.
stop it
Right
there.
there.
Yeah.
I love that how he gets in so close to the goalie.
I don't even know how I
He
got that.
pulls the puck in and then just opens the blade and lifts it straight up into the. It's such a weird shot, but so like
David Pasternak's, I think, kind of pulled that from Kane. He does that a lot, and so does Matthews too.
I was on the ice with Robertson. Was it last All-Star game?
Mhm.
And he was
Jason
doing,
Robertson.
Yeah, Jason
Yep.
Robertson. He was doing that like kind of this weird like pull and then lift. Like it's a really deceptive delivery of the shot.
You don't need to shoot it that hard because it's just basically the goalie isn't sure where it's going to go. It doesn't even look like you're winding up. Then you kind of just flick it over their shoulder right at the right time. Yeah,
It's like an unpredictable aiming like thing at the end
yeah,
of that.
yeah. It was so I just the vibes from that game were
Oh,
electric, and like
I missed it. I
it was
missed
in
bro.
Chicago. So you hear in Chicago. And he's playing for the Red
I
Wings
was-
now.
I was-
They're cheering louder for Patrick Kane to score the overtime winner than
Yeah,
they're cheer
well,
for.
he's the GOAT, man. When
Yeah.
you win 3 cups, dynasty with a team, like
Yeah.
he'll
And
forever be.
he's yelling "Showtime" at the crowd. Showtime,
Oh, man, it's
Showtime.
Unbelievable. I
Yeah.
missed it because I was at a bar mitzvah and I couldn't film a video after.
Right,
I filmed it last night. I did like 5 days later.
nice.
Let's get into that bar mitzvah story. Are you allowed to share details or?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, let's finish clip of the week first.
I'm saying
Yeah.
after clip of the
Yeah,
week.
yeah. We'll keep it. We'll keep the clips of the week pretty short here. I got one more. I don't know if you guys saw this one, but it's another Chicago one
All right.
in Chicago. Maybe it was the same game. I don't know. But Bedard and Nick Foligno are mic'd up. I don't know if you guys saw
I
this.
saw this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play it for you guys. I just thought it was hilarious, and
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
You're just slow.
You're
yeah,
just-
but if you pull away, I know, but then I think the back checker gets it. Are you calling me slow? No, I'm saying you're going slow at your time.
Little awkward little.
yeah, just so if you couldn't hear clearly, Bedard's basically like
He's talking to Foligno.
he's talking to
like
Nick
40 years
Foligno,
old.
and he's like, "You're just slow," and he's like, "Well, no, like you're just too slow. Like then the back checker catches me if I wait for you." Like basically,
yeah.
and then Foligno's like, "Are you calling me slow? I'm so pissed off right now."
Yeah. And then Bedard, no,
On the bench, like
you were just going slow at the time.
yeah.
Loki, is Bedsy loving that he's in his ear? Like, is he like Bedsy's like, I'm trying to focus on the game right now. You're kind of throwing me off a bit here, Foligno.
I
Bedsy like it was kind of like an awkward laugh, like
Foligno's or Bedsy's like, "Dude, stop talking to me. You can barely
yeah,
keep up."
yeah, like,
Yes.
it's like you're going slow, dude.
Yeah.
Like just
I actually
it
love
on my next shift.
how like Foligno is like an NHL vet. He's got so much experience, and a lot of times like the young guy comes in and one of the older guys trying to give him some advice, and you could just like wide-eyed like a puppy, like
Yeah.
lapping it all up. Yeah, okay,
And then
Thanks so
ignore
much.
him when you go on the ice.
Right? But
No,
not in this case.
no,
Not in this case, right?
Betsy's
Betsy's like,
buddy.
nah, you were going too slow. And then Foligno's trying to like, yeah, but if you did like a little button hook, you cut back. Betsy's like, no, because then the back checker would get me. Like, everybody's like,
Yeah.
shut up, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Hey, I know what I'm doing out here.
Yeah, okay, I'm leading the team in points. Okay, just relax. It's
You know,
aside.
I'm gonna be here for 15 years. You're probably retiring next year, so.
yeah.
Like, nah, I'll just keep on doing
And I love Nick Foligno.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a
I'm
beauty.
disappointed that he didn't do well in Toronto. Like he got injured.
Oh yeah.
Like he could have turned out well that year that they had him for the playoff.
I don't think
run,
he scored a
but-
goal for the first 40 games.
No, he had a rough. Like I feel like players come to Toronto in their late career and they either it's to retire,
It's a retirement home.
Has
it's a
anyone
retirement
ever,
home.
Like, flourished like Spezza wasn't bad.
but then like who was it that someone came here and then they got traded and then they started playing good again.
Wasn't
I don't know.
Well, Lafferty is one, but
person
he's not
ever?
going to retire.
I can go through a list of like they had Owen Nolan, Eric Lindros, was it Michael Peck,
What was that guy from Tampa?
Ed Balfour,
We thought
McGillney.
he was a big centerman. Brian Boyle.
Brian Boyle, yeah.
Came to us, and he went back
Luke
to
Shen.
Tampa.
Luke Shen had a really good year last year.
But like they would always take guys who like their prime was well behind them, and they just finish up their last 2 or 3 years.
I'd say Luke Shen is the only one where the Leafs actually acquired him, and he played better than what they expected, and then they let him go. But like that's the thing in Toronto. If you get someone and they come and play well, then like if you're in the fourth, like third pair,
Marlowe played pretty good for us.
Hey,
Spezza did,
Marlowe.
He was on the first line, wasn't he? That's insane. At age 40, he was playing with Matthews and Marner.
Yeah, that was nuts.
That was like,
Anyway, moving on. What clips did you guys bring here? Who wants to go first?
mine's on TikTok.
Yeah, but bring mine up. I sent it to you in the
right.
DMs there.
Yeah. You want to tee it up?
Yeah, this one it's not like a viral clip or anything crazy. I just really liked it as a hockey player. You can start playing it. It's a longer clip.
Okay. This one?
No, up top.
This one?
Yep.
All right.
So it's travel with an NHL team, and it's just showing what an NHL team does behind the scenes, and no one ever shows this. So it's like boarding the plane, what the players have, what their menu looks like, and so what happens? I was like they have the fruit all laid out. They have their own plane, and it's just retrofitted, so every single one is like first class.
Yeah.
Right. And then the cool thing, I was talking to the PR guy from the Leafs this week at the Vegas game. And he was giving me the details of all this.
Mike is his name or something?
No, Steve, I think.
Steve.
Not a big deal, Jared?
So, yeah, not a big deal. Look at Burns, how much he packs. It's a one-day
the
trip.
Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah, Brent Burns just... So I like this. All their key cards are just waiting for them. You just walk up, grab your key card, and you go to your room.
Right.
So there's no waiting.
Yeah.
Right? So there's these little touches, and they always stay... See, that's basically the clip.
Yeah.
It's just
This is a great audio clip to throw on here, Jay.
Well, no, that's how I was explaining.
You were explaining it
talking
perfectly
through the video.
Yeah. I just meant like we didn't really need the clip.
Wow.
I guess we could see.
Go on the Canes IG, and it's basically just shows you like behind the scenes of what a travel day is for the players.
It's just very well organized, and
yes,
it's not like a travel day that we're used to.
No, they arrive an hour before.
Private jet.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like a jet; it's a commercial airline, but it's retrofitted to have every seat first class and have like a little lounge area or whatever.
Burns needs his leg room.
Technically,
Is it a private jet?
technically private, but like when I think of PJ, I think of those little Gulf Streams, like
Yeah. No, it's like a
luxury type thing.
yeah.
I get what you're. Just the shape of the plane looks like a commercial jet,
It's a chartered.
but they have it retrofitted, like you said, so they have all the leg room and the armrests, and they can have their little naps.
There's no public flying on it.
Yeah.
Like I think they used to do that back in the day.
Yeah, probably.
flat.
When the NHL's salary cap was like 10 mil, their teams couldn't afford to even play or rent out a full commercial flight.
So they show up an hour before, walk right on their plane, fly to their spot, and then they get chartered. And so I was talking to the Leafs PR guy, asking like, "Oh, do you usually stay right next to the rink?" And he said, "Sometimes, yes, but
depends on the city, probably."
yes." And he says we book based on quality.
Right.
Right. So he was talking about one rink, I think it was in Florida, and he said there is a hotel right next to the rink.
Oh, but the rink isn't in the best location.
But it's a holiday. It was like a DoubleTree or a Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, we're not staying. Like the
What's
boys.
wrong with the DoubleTree?
We're gonna stay in Fort
What's wrong with the
Lauderdale.
DoubleTree?
Hey, we're staying by the beach.
That's
the boys can go and get a drink after the game.
and that's exactly
Yeah.
what he said. We stayed at a really nice place. It was right on the beach.
And it's Florida, so no one knows hockey players anyway.
Here's the wild thing.
Yeah.
So it's 30 minutes from the rink. Right?
Yeah, I've made the drive with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know how the boys get there?
Helicopter.
Imagine.
That'd be sick.
Team bus,
Yeah.
police escort
Oh.
Where?
So there's no traffic delays.
in Florida.
No way.
So they can leave as last minute as
They,
possible.
they
and
stay.
still-
Just in case there's traffic.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like traffic jam.
Yeah, because there's only one highway to get there.
And I loved this.
So is the league paying for that or the team?
The Leafs have to pay for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I mean,
So Arizona, when they go to Florida, they each take their own car.
no, they're staying at DoubleTree.
The DoubleTree.
Yeah,
Yeah, they get to walk over. Yeah.
The Yotes are at the DoubleTree.
Yeah, they don't have an arena, so how can they afford an expensive hotel?
The
Boys?
Yotes are at the DoubleTree.
Boys,
for
bring your
sure.
tents. Bring your tents.
Yeah.
Chuck 'em up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brock.
So we rented
Hey,
these
hey, boys.
RVs outside in the parking lot.
Yeah,
You guys
hey.
can stay there.
Breakfast isn't included with this stay, guys.
We got granola bars
If
though.
you guys want breakfast, you got to go to the front desk and put your credit card down.
So I like this too. He was talking about the police escorts. He's like some of the police are cool about it.
Mm-hmm.
Other police, they just have no idea. They got the full sirens on the whole
Oh my
time.
God.
He says it's not relaxing when for 30 minutes straight.
Oh my gosh,
like
bro.
just
No, you got to keep the lights on, and then if there's anyone in the way, you just go whoop whoop. And then,
I've never seen that. I feel like that would be a viral clip. Like,
just, yeah.
yeah, how come how
the
come no
social
one's
media,
seen
But
that?
the social media
Yeah.
team needs to like.
Uh-huh.
This is
Yeah.
how.
And then
This is how NHL players
what I'm
get to their
saying.
rink. Like,
interesting thing though is
put me on the NHL social media team, please.
in Toronto, the players just arrive at whenever they feel like. Like Nylander's taking the subway
Yeah, he's
right?
taking the
Like,
subway. That's hilarious.
with his dog, and someone picks up his
the
dog.
Sty show.
Yeah.
The Sty show.
Anyways, that's why I picked that clip as the clip of the week.
I like that. Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
I was just teasing you that it's literally not great for anyone else listening, but you described
That's
it
why
perfectly.
we got the boys doing the
Voiceover,
VO.
professional voiceover.
VO.
Yeah, yeah.
Professional voiceover.
Yeah, the
right here.
video would have got more views if you broke it down and
There we go.
with the voiceover. Did you send two or
I sent this one too. So it's a shot. Also needs a voiceover.
okay?
I'll talk about it. Cindy Crawford,
Yeah,
center ice, former supermodel,
Bingo.
absolutely rips the puck. You know how they set up these games in between periods?
Rips that.
with like the shooter tutor with the very small gap.
Yeah, there's a gap
in the net. Yeah,
that is just a little bit bigger than a hockey puck,
yeah.
and she sends it right through. Now look at this form. You'll have to go and find the clip, but great form.
It's on Sportsnet's page
Now,
on
the Matthews
Instagram
meme is killing me, bro.
yeah, I know. Always with the Matthews.
from the All Star game.
Yeah, from the All-Star game.
That's the best GIF ever.
Yeah.
That was when who was the hardest shot? I remember
like. Oh, Makar?
Makar's hardest shot or something
I
like
know,
that.
it was
Yeah, like
someone who really
105. I think
blasted
it was
it.
like 105.
Alright.
Yeah.
Or JT Miller, I think. Was
Exit
the one.
this out.
Yep.
So the reason I brought this one is because I went with Air Canada on the AC fan flight.
To Vegas.
The Air Canada fan flight, yeah. So Air Canada packs a plane full of Leafs fans, flies them to an away city, and just takes over the rink. During the
Wait,
game,
so everyone on the flight going to the Leafs game? Or was it like.
it's like
At least half.
25.
25 people.
Okay.
Yeah, not the whole plane. The whole plane would
say
be
a
pretty
PJ would
awesome.
be pretty crazy.
Yeah. Imagine like a whole plane, like
That would be a good,
few
like
hundred.
Air Canada, that would be a good marketing.
It would
like,
be
they're
smart.
Taking 25 Leafs fans
yes,
on a private jet.
on a
to-
PJ. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would have been cool.
Well, it is interesting. So they catered the gate. So like we showed up and the gate had all like
That's cool.
coffee and food,
That's
and
cool.
they gave us gift cards to go out like on the
Yeah,
city suite,
it's-
like give us
Mhm.
spending
Well
money
done.
and stuff. It was a nice thing. But during the game, Vegas
Intermission.
Yeah, during the
Yeah.
intermission, Vegas versus Toronto. You guys don't see this at home.
Mm-hmm.
The local car dealership, I guess a luxury car dealership,
Yeah.
drives out a Lotus, which is basically like a Lambo, Ferrari style looking car.
Yeah. It's like a
So-
Lambo, but smaller.
It's a supercar.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful. And I'm like, oh, that's a funny Zamboni, right? Bright yellow.
That's a funny Zamboni.
Bright, no,
The Canadians like, what model of Zamboni is that one?
it's quite the odd ice
How-
resurfacer.
How unreal is that Las Vegas stadium? Like,
Oh, it's
watching
great.
a game there. Is
Yeah.
that atmosphere not insane?
It's electric. It's great. I love the atmosphere there.
Oh, Vegas is dope.
So we got a supercar on the ice,
Mhm.
and the guy at the dealership says, "Yeah, we want to give this away." And they have this same setup. It's a board on the net,
Small
with
puck
with
hole.
a small puck
One hole or multiple holes?
just one right in the middle.
Yeah.
And all you gotta do is shoot it through that hole. You drive that car home
From center
from
ice?
center ice.
Mm.
So, average Joe steps up center ice, and I'm like, "Ooh!" I get my camera out. I'm recording. I was like, "This is gonna be crazy if he drains this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He winds it up. He shoots it. It trickles to the blue line and stops. He barely got it past the blue line.
Oh no.
He didn't even get it
That's why.
anywhere close to the
I'm
net.
going to use my
It's
golf
rigged.
term
It's
here.
rigged.
You didn't give it a run. You didn't give it a chance.
Oh.
If you
Give it-
don't get it
gotta-
past
yeah,
the
you gotta
hole,
give
you
it a
can't.
chance.
Yeah, you didn't give it.
I
Give it a
was
chance.
livid. I'm like, how does this guy have a chance to win at like a $300,000 car?
It's a marketing play. They knew exactly.
They vetted
They
him.
picked the right
Yeah.
guy, man. They were
Dude,
like,
he probably works at the dealership.
yeah, he
Yeah, I
works,
bet, eh?
he works on the marketing staff.
It's the dealership, the owner's brother.
Yeah.
They just bring him out every.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Didn't
Boy.
even come close.
They weren't bringing me
Hey,
out
it's
there.
Vegas.
They
The
weren't
numbers-
bringing me out there. I'll
it's
tell you
rigged.
that.
I'm saying.
It's Vegas. It's rigged against them.
Yeah, the house always wins.
Yeah.
Oh, but that Vegas watching a game there is like
It was fun.
It was
It was
unreal.
fun.
It's on my
Put on a
bucket list.
show.
I didn't get the
I
invite.
want to go during the playoffs. I brought Sammy this time.
Yeah.
We went to Nashville. You and I went to Nashville last year.
Yeah, with
We
Mason.
got to put the rotation on.
With Mason.
Yeah.
I just had to throw that in there. Yeah.
Well, that's how Sammy knows we're going to behave ourselves.
Yeah, that's true. That actually is. true.
He's our babysitter, dude.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, we were back at the hotel every night at like
You weren't taking him
9.
to ours.
He's
to our
tucking us in 8 p.m. No. It was.
Yeah.
Hey, Sammy, can I go to Nashville, the bachelorette capital of the world, with Hayden, with Mason? Sure. Yeah, that sounds fine.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Sounds like a good work trip.
Yeah.
We had him up till 1 a.m. drinking orange juice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And Red Bull. No. The child's
He was counting cards.
count cards. Rain Man.
Yeah, he was our
Rain
main
Mason.
man.
Yeah.
Mace wouldn't miss last night. We got him out till 3 a.m. working the tables.
Oh, speaking of the tables.
All right, so Chip, you got a clip here?
I think I sent 3.
Yeah. Oh,
3
wow.
clips.
Yeah, well, I
This is the clip of the week show.
Clip of the week show. I just needed to bring this clip back because we had another empty net fiasco.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
I don't know if this is college hockey, women's college hockey. I'm not 100% sure.
No, it's the PWHL, isn't
Is
it?
that no, it wasn't.
No, I think it was college
I think it was
hockey.
college.
Oh, maybe.
I'm not 100% sure, but I saw something in the comments.
I thought this
Right.
was hilarious. Another slap shot into an empty net on a breakaway with
Abby Murphy.
5 seconds left. I think it was the same amount of time on the clock.
No way.
And then it gets a little nasty.
Ah.
I think
Definitely
she
college
got-
hockey,
She
yeah.
got suspended for this.
Oh, wow.
Maybe I'm wrong. I might be completely wrong. I thought maybe look at the
That
comments.
seems a bit questionable,
Hey, Hayden, you got to
especially since this happened after.
Here's the thing. There is nothing suspendable about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in the rule book, there's nothing against that. Is
Yeah.
it disrespectful to the other team? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, could you go on Sportsman? Nah, I don't think so.
No.
Can
I
you
don't
though?
think
Like,
so.
come
I
on,
don't
this
think
is
so.
insane. These slap shots
So
with
this
the
is-
hash marks.
I don't think she got
Empty net.
suspended, but it's funny because
Yeah.
remember I told you guys last time I was trolling on Nasher's post saying like, well, if Riley's getting 4 or 5, then Greg should get at least
yeah.
1. and like
I'm
people
saying.
were blowing me up in the comments. There's no way she got
I am
suspended.
loving these empty net clappers. I love every minute of these. Like,
They're pretty funny. Honestly.
All right. Well, and I have to apologize because immediately after the Ridley Gregg slap shot goal, I happened to have a little free ice with the boys, and I put together a compilation of other ideas for empty net goals.
so I thought it was funny.
There,
That went
it
viral.
went off. It's like
Viral, yeah.
5 million views on IG, I think now. But I didn't foresee what may come from my actions.
Wait, what happened?
Well, we're just playing it in the background here. So the first one is the slap shot into the empty net. The second idea is to stop and wait for the guy to catch up. Right when he gets close, you tap it in.
That's the Mighty Ducks one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3 is the pre-celly, which I love. I mean, this is just style.
Sweep the ice, then
Just sweep
score.
the ice before you score. Let them know it's
hilarious.
coming. Then the pool shot, 5-ball corner pocket. You just lay down on your belly and knock it in like you're at the billiards table there. The canoe ride is just crazy. You literally canoe ride the puck into the net as you're
Mike was
sitting on
taking
it.
it pretty light on you on these.
Yeah, I know. I told him to go hard, but he's just too nice of a guy. And then the fake clap, and then you mishy it in.
That's hilarious.
That's
Right?
when you get blown up. Coming
Oh
down
yeah.
the-
and the last one is just you turn around, you do a little moonwalk, a little tee, and then you.
That's so funny.
So
That's cool.
I don't think I made it to that part yet.
no,
I missed the moon.
no, it's too good. You just kept hitting refresh.
Yeah. I can't believe it.
Anyways, so it was about 2 days after I posted that video,
Mm-hmm.
and we're at a hockey tournament, Mason's hockey tournament, and
One of the kids tried
and
it.
we are
Stop.
not quite. We're up by 1. The other team's going to pull their goalie, and they call a timeout. right?
All the kids in the
And-
timeout.
And we got the team huddled in on the ice. We're like, okay, guys, giving a little speech. And I see the other coach's son doing a little like edge work and then doing a little moonwalk at the back of the group.
Yeah.
Kind of like feeling through the motion, right? And I'm like, Brett, I was like, what's Max doing over there? And he looks, he's like, oh, he saw your video. He says he wants to do the moonwalk before an empty net goal. I was like, no.
Oh,
He's 9
God.
years.
And now you guys start telling these kids, hey guys, like no slap shots into an empty net.
He's 9 years old. He sees the video. He's taking it literally. He's like, dude, that'd be so cool.
That's
I just want to.
hilarious.
I just want to moonwalk.
Coach
as they-
Jeremy inspiring the next
Oh.
generation.
Coaching in 2024. All right, guys, absolutely no slap shots on empty netters.
Exactly.
No Michiganing an empty net goal this year.
Yeah.
I'm breaking down the boundaries.
Yeah.
And then I'm coaching Olivia's team, U7 girls.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm lacing up her skates, like 3 of the girls are like, I saw your video. I like the canoe ride. I'm gonna ride the puck into the net. I'm like,
So choked.
Put the puck on your lap.
We're about to see an
Hey, just
era.
pick up the puck, put it on your lap, canoe into the net.
Yeah.
An era of empty net goals we've never seen before.
That's what I'm
The next
saying.
10 years is going to be empty
I
net
might have just opened the
buffet,
floodgates.
man.
Yeah.
I'm just apologizing to all the parents in advance.
When's the Mishi happening on an empty netter?
No,
It's coming.
Hey, swaggy.
No, it's gonna
No,
come.
the swaggy P Spino.
One of these
or
one of these
always
high
hockey.
school hockey kids are going to do it. It's going to be like in a high school. Oh, 100%.
Well, the next generation it's just going to continually get more and more
showboat.
comfortable with the showboating. Like
yeah. that's
like
true.
think about like football.
So that's what I
How
mean.
much more they had to make a rule to limit the amount of celebration they're doing.
No, but I thought they made it legal so that they can do the sellies.
No, they can, but they can't excessively do it,
Yeah, no excessive celebration.
which is a weird wording.
You know what led to that one? I'm pretty sure it was this one. A guy took like a cell phone and hit it in the goalpost, like the field goalpost.
Yeah.
And then he got a touchdown. He ran and he got his cell phone out and then he pretended to like text someone or call someone that he was like,
Well, there was another
so he was
one.
like setting up props and
Yeah.
stuff. He was going too
Well,
far.
they planted.
Well,
one
it
of
takes
the
like a
guys.
minute long sometimes.
I'm
The
saying.
old ones, yeah.
The one guy who was an NFL, it was Tyreek Hill, his videographer. I guess he worked with the NFL
Saw
too.
that, yeah.
So he was sitting on the sidelines, and then
Mhm.
Tyreek came, grabbed, like they had planned it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Came and grabbed his phone, did a backflip with it, and passed
That's
it back to him. But then he got-
Unreal though.
But then he got suspended from the
Yes.
NFL, lost his job.
Yeah.
Which is-
the videographer, but that was an
I'm
unreal.
like, it was the
clip.
most viral clip of the
Oh,
NFL.
He could just
season.
show that to anyone and get a job, you know?
fair. Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
Well,
hey,
like
I
NFL,
helped
like-
facilitate this. It was my idea.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's
I could get a
great.
marketing job anywhere, you know?
Literally.
Yeah. Anyway, next up, I see you got the
I
Clinton
thought this
Byfield
might be
goal.
goal of the year. I just wanted to bring this clip.
Jerry, you
on.
saw this, right?
Oh yeah.
This is disgusting.
I
Yeah,
love-
Byfield basically picks up speed in the neutral zone,
Off
toes
the
it between
skate.
the legs,
Oh,
off the
it's
skate,
filthy.
forehand, backhand, over the pad.
And
Just
how he lost
beautiful.
control of his stick, but then regains. Like he
Yeah.
one-handed the stick.
He's gonna be a pro.
Yeah, someone with this long of legs isn't supposed to move like that,
Ew,
but he
man.
does. So that's why he's so elite.
He was number 1 to the OHL and
Yeah.
number 2 overall.
Isn't he the highest highest draft pick African American ever or something?
Yeah,
I think they
he's-
said
he's
got to be
second overall pick. I
Yeah.
don't think anyone's been picked
Oh.
higher than that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
So he's got a bright future, and LA is lucky to have him. That was a beauty goal. You got a third one here. This looks like
I
Bedsy.
saw this one last night. I find
crank the
I
volume on
find
this.
Oh, we got to do volume.
I
Yeah.
find this Bedard superstition where no one can touch his stick before the game is just. I had a buddy like that on my team growing up.
So tee this up. What's the context?
So I guess
here?
this is I literally missed this. Like I don't know if this just came out or the
Right.
clip just got leaked, but it was like Bedard at the All-Star game. I guess they were talking about McKinnon, and I guess the joke was the reporters like, "Oh, McKinnon was touching your stick."
right
And
because
then-
he reached over and grabbed his stick. He's like, "Can I
Yeah.
see that?" And Bedard's like, "Oh, okay."
I
yeah.
guess the big rule, like the big
I saw that clip originally.
joke. The joke is like no one can touch Bedard's stick. He doesn't like when people touch his stick. And then-
Yeah.
So this is the little sound bite that came from it, which I thought was pretty
Right.
funny.
Let's play it.
But
play it.
Bedard just can't not be awkward.
You got to spend some time with Nathan McKinnon at the All-Star game, and you get to play him on it. Any worries because he got his hands on one of your sticks and he might have a little edge now that he didn't before?
I need to touch his stick. That sounds a little weird, but I think no. I mean, he's obviously
It's one of those
having a
things.
year, so,
Like as he's saying, he's like, "Oh no."
What do I
Well,
say?
One more time.
With Nathan McKinnon at the All-Star game, and you get to play him on it. Any worries because he got his hands on one of your sticks and he might have a little edge now that he didn't before?
I need to touch his stick. That sounds a little weird, but
Oh my
Here's the
I
thing,
need
though.
to touch his. I shouldn't have said that. That's basically what he's saying.
If I was getting questioned every day, all day, guaranteed I would drop something like that once a week. Where I'm like, oh god,
Once a week, try once.
Once a day.
Yeah.
every day.
Every day.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Although that was
whoops.
pretty funny.
Yeah, that is funny. That's just Bedard being Bedard. You know, like he doesn't want to have a filter, but then naturally, like
He
he
has
just
to have one.
yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like he's gonna either turn into Crosby and just like not be like very wordy for a long time until he settles into the league, and then he'll be like respected and he can say a lot. And when he says anything, it'll be
Yeah.
highly touted. Or he's just gonna be a soundbite forever and have quotes like who's a good example of that? That's just always been spicy, like
Soundbite.
never held back.
Sean Avery.
Sean Avery,
I
or
feel like he's
always
gonna,
offside.
I feel like he's gonna hold back, but like his true,
Mhm.
like I feel like he's a beauty in
like
the
he's
room.
not like he's kind of like a mix between
I'd say maybe Draisaitl. Draisaitl, I think.
Draisaitl has
like,
good clips, yeah.
Some dry humor and just kind of like some tongue-in-cheek things that he said.
Like he says something and then just kind of like looks and smirks to the side.
yeah,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's definitely
Like
gonna
cheeky. Yeah.
Like I've heard he's an absolute beauty in the room, so like
Yeah.
it must be.
We've
like-
had him on the pod, so we know he's a beaut.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, oh, I guess we did have him on the pod.
Yeah.
Forgot about
I guess
that.
we did.
Maybe we should have some more guests on, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
In the summer, I think.
Big year 2024
Yeah.
summer. Let's
I
do
think we
it.
have a big summer when these guys are all off. We just get the
True.
every week.
Start sending the DMs out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hop on this
Wonder-
Maybe we should ask someone.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, so that was clips of the week. Thank you guys for actually coming prepared with some this week.
I
that was
mean,
great.
No
Um,
problem.
a little story time, I
You guys
guess.
had a big weekend.
We had a big weekend at the
Did we ever.
on the pond tournament. We're the reigning champions from last year in the competitive division.
It's a pond hockey championship series. Anyone can sign up. You can enter in the competitive division if you want the smoke,
Mhm.
or you can enter in the recreational division, which most people enter. We just want to have a little fun, play some hockey. They're too scared of the competitive division. Of course,
Mhm.
last year we dropped ourselves right into the competitive division because we knew we had an absolute wagon of a team,
Yeah.
Yes.
and we wiped the floor. Walked away with the trophy.
Yeah. The videos are on YouTube. We talked about how one of them got taken
Oh.
down last week.
Yeah, someone tried to blackmail me. That
Go watch that episode.
That didn't end well for him.
Yeah.
The video is up now.
Yeah, update on that.
Nice.
Video is up.
Can we get a clapping on there?
Yeah, we can get the applause.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mess with the wrong guy, bud.
Mess with the wrong guy. Mess with the what is it? You get the horns. You mess with
Yeah,
the
mess with you get the horns.
Get the horn.
bull, you get the horns, baby.
Now his YouTube channel's down.
There's a draft for you. Hey, drafting the
Most petty.
the best sayings, like the best
Oh,
catchphrases, best catchphrases.
Best catchphrases. Let's
Yeah.
do that for sure.
No, I have a different one for this week, but we should definitely do that one at some point.
That's a great one.
Yeah. Anyway, so this year though, we decided to enter instead of the Puck Daddies, we entered as the old paint cans
We lost our top 3 scorers and Chippy.
and Chippy.
Yeah. Well,
Top one scorer.
I was working.
And
I was
Yeah.
working.
yeah, Chippy couldn't make it this year, but
We'll get to that.
we were basically we had about half of the same team from the Puck Daddies last year, and then half
Who was on
from
the
the old paint cans.
We had Brady, who's a Butte, Tay, Butte,
Yeah.
myself and Hayden, and then
Okay.
we added it.
You have Joel.
Okay, no, Joel couldn't make it. Steve couldn't make it.
Oh, those are big. pieces.
Exactly, the big pieces. So that's why we dropped down to the competitive. But
Oh,
or sorry, the rec.
Oh, you guys were in rec.
We went into rec.
Oh.
No.
Oh, get
Dude,
out of here.
You got to hear this story though.
Get out of here.
There-
There was more teams in the rec.
There's like 80 teams you got to beat out in the rec.
So here's the thing. Can
And-
I explain this?
yeah, sure.
Here's the thing. The competitive division, you're going into a pond hockey tournament, bunch of guys trying to have a fun weekend, right? Whether or not you're good at hockey, you want to go and have a good time. You don't want to be playing against guys that are taking it seriously, going to bed early. They're not having fun at all. They're not drinking. When we played last year, there was only 5 teams in the competitive division. 1 dropped out. So essentially, you're just automatically in the semifinal.
And one of them entered by accident. They didn't.
They
realize.
meant to go to the rec division and ended up in the
They had no
competitive.
business
And
being.
the
Yeah.
ice was like melted, so we couldn't
Yeah.
even play.
So we realistically, we only had 1 team last year that even had a chance to beat us. Whereas this year, there was 50, 60 teams.
There's about 80.
80
There's a lot.
teams
Okay, so
in the
there's-
rec division.
It's a buzzing weekend then?
80 teams we had to beat, and you know
And there's a lot more teams that are better in the rec division than in the competitive.
they're
Because they're good hockey players, but they're just not wanting to try too hard until they make the championship.
It's because
you know?
they all
Yeah.
want to win the championships, right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, we could enter the competitive division, but there might be like a whole bunch of ex-pros, right? So let's just enter the.
Which is not true at all, but that's
No,
what people think.
That's what
Yeah.
people think. Like,
Yeah.
guys, let's just get like a really good team, put in the recreational division, and win it all.
Yeah.
Right? Like they didn't
Everyone's
think.
got the same idea.
Yeah, they didn't think 12 other teams didn't think the exact same thing as them because the guys we went up against in the finals, they had a solid unit.
Oh, spoiler alert.
The cream.
We made the finals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Hayden.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hayden.
It was a great weekend. The old paint cans played their hearts out. We had such a good time. Stay tuned for the YouTube videos. We won't give away everything, but there's a lot of good games, a lot of good content. I was wearing the new Insta 360.
Yep.
So we got some good footage of that, like the different camera angles. It's kind of neat to see. So stay tuned for that on Jeremy's
we
channel.
battled. We met a lot of different teams. We did go unbeaten to make it to the finals. So
That's all we'll say.
Stay tuned to the YouTube videos.
Does the undefeated streak continue?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't lose last
I know
year.
what happened.
Yeah.
We didn't lose last
Chip,
year.
we haven't even told Chippy yet.
No, the boys told me on the Monday everything that happened.
Oh, but you're not supposed to. No, I'm just kidding.
There is some controversy, I'll tell you that.
I
much.
know. I heard about all the controversy. It's definitely stay
Yeah.
tuned because it's gonna be
Spicy.
spicy video.
Speaking of spicy, the Leafs set.
Wait. Don't say how many games. Let's see if the people listening can guess.
Guess what?
Well, the next point.
What did they watch hockey in the past? Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay, so the Leafs broke their longest winning streak ever in the past X years. How many years?
No, I was going to say how many years. Don't say how many games it was.
But they
Not everyone knows how many games.
okay. It was literally like okay. If you watch Toronto, you know how many games they won in a row. Come on, man.
If you're a Leafs fan, you do.
Okay, but even if you're not, like, there's so many people that aren't Leafs fans that would know if the Leafs lost their winning.
All right, fine.
You know?
So I had no idea this was a record.
Yeah. So they won 7 in a row. They lost to Vegas.
How many years ago did they win 7 in a row? I think that's what Jared's trying to
Yeah,
say.
Okay.
that's what I thought. he was
How
saying,
many?
too.
How many years?
When was the last
When
time?
was the last time we won 7 games in a row, Hayden?
Exactly. So we're gonna pause here for a second. You guys in the audience can think about it. How many years do you think it is?
Like how long has it been since?
And I'm gonna- I'm gonna
It
tell you
feels
right
like,
now.
Like 5 years ago, we did it.
Yeah,
maybe 8.
There's been a few
Not
times
8.
where
They had
you.
a bad team 8 years.
I would have guessed like before I saw this. I would have guessed like 4 or 5.
But it's like it's
2019.
not that hard string 7 wins together. If you have
No.
a
Good squad. Yeah.
even if you have a bad squad, like maybe beginning of the season, you get out to a hot start. Like
Yeah.
But here's the thing: the Leafs will always beat the best teams in the league, and then they meet the bottom feeders, and they'll just
Drop to
lay an
their
egg.
level. Yeah.
lay an egg,
Yeah.
and that's why they can never string more than 7 together.
Yeah. So, without further ado, the amount of years since the Leafs have won 7 in a row is 20 years.
that's wild.
2003.
I can't believe that.
Was that the Sundin era?
I'm
That's like
probably.
before Sundin, bro.
No, it's got to be Sundin.
Sundin
Gary
era.
Roberts, Darcy Tucker, Ty Domi. That's the last time they had a really good
But, like,
team.
Yeah.
that's wild, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good that the Leafs have been playing well. It's kind of interesting that exactly what I said at the start of the year is happening. I said the Leafs have to
I
get
know.
worse
I was
before they
thinking
get
about
better.
your. I was thinking about your like take. Like if we went back on your take, it's like literally on some universal alignment stuff. No, like, I'm serious. You
Chippy
said-
was thinking about
You
it.
said
yeah.
exactly what's about to happen. Like they're gonna start clicking. Like we're gonna have like a rough start. It's gonna be like, oh, are we gonna make the playoffs?
Yeah.
All that's happened, and now
Now
we're
they're
like
heating up at
kinda
the right
heating
time.
up at the right time. It
Yeah.
would right before playoffs, which is wild. Like you
Yeah.
literally said that exact take. If you go find that episode,
I put it in the universe and Chippy made it happen.
yes,
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly. Yeah.
exactly. That's exactly what happened.
Chippy believed in my vision for the Leafs,
Yep.
and thus everyone that watches Chippy could sense the vibe that the Leafs had to get worse before they could get better, and now they're finally realizing they have to be a team to
I
win.
am scared though after last game.
Against Vegas.
I didn't like that game.
It wasn't.
I didn't
great.
like the way we played. I didn't like how our big boys didn't show up against a good team.
Mm-hmm. And how Vegas came out for vengeance because
Yeah.
the Leafs did the same thing in their
Oh,
bar
they
in the game before.
stunk. We got to watch that live.
I wish that
A bare
killer-
bum spanking.
Yeah.
4-0. like halfway through the first period.
This is in Vegas, you're talking.
A game,
And
yeah.
then I thought they were gonna blow it. Then they went like 4-2.
Oh no, that's what I was saying. I was like, yeah, it's not too early for a Leafs meltdown.
Yeah, and you know that the Vegas fans are all saying we didn't have Eichel, we didn't have Mark Stone, we had our B team against
Fair,
you.
fair though.
Hill wasn't in net, I don't think, for
Yeah.
that one. They didn't
Yeah.
have Hill.
Yeah, no, and that makes a big difference. Aiden Hill is leading the league in save percentage still, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, well that game.
But that's a lot to do with Vegas' defensive core. They're massive.
yeah,
They're blocking a lot of shots. They're not letting a lot through. To score on Vegas, you have to get the puck like in the dirty areas and bang it in. But yeah, the Leafs set the winning streak and lost it to Vegas in colossal fashion.
Oh yeah.
And Sheldon Keefe wasn't too happy.
They take down Vegas. They take down Colorado, right?
Yeah.
And then like they already knew what they were doing. They should have just sat Riley. Said, "Hey Riley, just
Why? Then we brought Gio back into the lineup there.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah."
I know. That's what I'm saying. People come here to retire. You know, like he's coming here to retire.
Yeah, I think I don't know, Giordano. Like I see he can be like a solid like experienced defenseman,
Mhm.
but it's
40.
the young guys proved that they can step up and play some good hockey.
See, that's the challenge is like when you have good young talent,
Yeah.
they can play good and play better than like the vets for a short period of time and skew your perception of like who's
That's a good
going to
point.
show up.
Yeah.
Like because they win 7 in a row, they've got a good vibe going and they got new guys in
Mm.
the lineup. Those guys haven't been in the league very long to go through the ups and downs.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So like, and especially in the dressing room, like in the playoffs, I could see them keeping Giordano in like a third pairing with someone like
I don't. Gio's
like
looking
throw
like he lost.
Lagesson or. I mean, Benoit and McCabe is definitely the shutdown line now.
McCabe's hammering guys.
I don't
down.
want to see Brody go back with Riley because he's been playing so well on the left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, like, but they need to. That's where it's kind of interesting the events that have unfolded because we were talking a couple episodes ago. Remember, I was asking you guys, who do you see being a Leaf, like for like the trade deadline? Do they need someone? This was before they set got that winning streak going. And one of the guys on that board was Chris Tanev, who you guys
Gonzo.
now he's traded to Dallas.
By the way, huge shout out to our boy Logan Stankoven.
Oh yeah,
Got the call up.
Got the call up.
Got
Still lighting it up?
Got an apple in his first game.
Woo-hoo.
First NHL goal in his second game. Let's
Gotta
go.
be
He's
stanky.
disgusting.
It's about time because he
He's
was
dirty.
ripping up the AHL.
He was lighting
easy,
it up
too
over there.
easy.
I feel like they should have had him up a bit earlier.
Oh, they
but-
could have,
Oh,
but
he's gonna be like the best player in the league.
they had a good team,
Mhm.
right? It's just because the coach in the AHL like called up Dallas and he's like, this guy's too good.
Yeah.
He's too good for this team. Like it's not fair. Like you got to take him. Like honestly,
He might be like a 130-point guy. I
mean,
remember watching him in the World J's, and I was like, "Is that Bedard or is that?"
Oh, I
I
did
know,
that like
yeah.
16 times. Every time one of them was
was like,
on the ice, it was like, is that
hey.
Bedard or Stanky? I can't tell.
Stank is disgusting.
both
dude.
WHL players of the year.
Yeah.
Both earned that title.
Like-
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see him if he gets played in the playoffs. We'll
I think
be
that's
rooting for him.
Probably why
They're
they,
gearing him up for
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Like rookie of the year.
They're like they
next
don't want to
year.
call him up without seeing him play some games in the NHL beforehand.
There must have been an injury or something like that.
Well, they're like
Maybe.
number one in the league.
Yeah.
I didn't know Dallas was like a wagon like that.
That's
Yeah.
why he wasn't getting the look because it's like, well, we got guys that are doing well.
If it's working, we're not going to
And,
change
and the
it
Dallas
up.
guys are looking down at the A like, holy, this guy is so much nastier than us.
Could you imagine? Like these third line guys are probably
they're
going
like,
home
oh.
checking AHL highlights. Be like, oh no,
This
Yeah.
guy's got 5 points last night. He got another 6 last night.
they're making burner accounts to chirp him or something like that.
Yeah,
Trying to
like-
throw him off his game.
So I just wanted to break down this Tanev trade a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Because
Tanev, too.
when you look at what Calgary got back in exchange for Tanev, I can see why the Leafs hadn't traded for him sooner. Because they got a 2024 second round pick, a 2026 third round pick, and a defensive prospect.
right.
So if you look at that compared to the Leafs,
Golf.
the Leafs would have been having to give it up. They would have been saying goodbye to either like
Cowan.
2 second round picks or a first round pick instead of the second and the third, because they don't have any prospects that they'd be willing to move in exchange for Tanev for one, like not even a full year, you know, like because Tanev's contract's up. So
That's important. It's just he's a rental.
yeah, he's a rental.
Okay.
So he'd be done like after the playoffs, and he probably wouldn't be able to re-sign here because we want too much.
Yeah.
And the Leafs would have had to give
Yeah.
up like a prospect.
Let's just
which-
win or lose with the team we got. We've always made these deadline deals. Like last year, we added like 8 pieces. There's like 8. Let's just see if
We shook it up too much.
We shook it up too much.
I want to see.
Can't shake it too much.
It's like
Makes sense.
Yeah.
it's like the rags to riches story, right? Like you want to see a team that's like, okay, our management didn't get us a player that's come to save the day. We got to do it with the team we got.
Yeah.
You know, like
McMahon.
we're coming together as a team.
Yeah.
We know there's weak spots, but as a team we can persevere and actually outplay our opponent. You know, and I want to see the Leafs do that for a change.
You got to believe in the boys.
Yeah.
And then they deliver.
Yes.
Right? That's the thing.
So maybe Tree Living here is
Let the
sending
boys-
a message.
Yeah.
But there's still time. There could be a move. I feel like if they're going to get anyone, it would be to get someone to play with Morgan Riley.
Yeah.
On the top line, just because the other lines have been working so well. Like you don't want to shake up too much, and Riley's good with anyone. We've seen that. He's played with he played with Luke Shen. Luke Shen had like a career year last year. He played with I think they tried putting Justin Hall up there, and that was the best he looked for a while.
Yeah.
Before they traded him. Liljegren even playing on
Did
his
he get
off.
hurt?
He did a while back, but anyway, anyone that plays with Riley plays good. But I want to see someone that he doesn't have to like prop up. You know,
Right.
like you want a stay-at-home
Yeah.
defenseman that can move the puck and not turn it over like Jake Gardner style back in the day. You know, like
Jake
crucial
Gardner.
moments.
Shout out to Gardy.
Yeah,
He followed me the other day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, IG. Shout out
he's a
Gardy.
beauty.
He's a beauty.
I love
man.
Gardner, but it was just like he was so good throughout 90% of the games, and then there's like maybe 10% of my memory that is just tainted by
Game sevens.
random turnovers and
Those game
game
sevens.
sevens. Those game 7 turnovers just I'm like I can't.
Shout out to Gardy though.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gardy.
Yeah. Have him on the pod. Ask him
Yeah.
about those turnovers.
Oh my gosh, dude, that would be full circle.
Hey, so what's going
That would
through
be
your
full
mind when you
circle
do a
moment.
back no look back pass off the boards for a wide open net for Boston?
We'll go on Google Images, and we'll get it.
No, I actually want to get Gardy on the pod.
Let's get him on the pod. We'll go on Google Images, and we'll get a bunch of different pictures of different turnovers, like an apple turnover, a cherry
And a,
turnover,
No,
and a
but he
reaction.
and
He
we'll
was
say,
also like an offensive guy. He
And-
had 50 points.
I know,
We'll
yes.
we'll say, Jake, we want you to have a little segment on the show we call "Rate That Turnover," right? And we show him an apple one, a little cherry,
Yeah.
and then we show his.
No, we actually.
That was a great joke, Jerry.
We're gonna get Gardy on here for sure.
Drew it out a little bit.
Yeah. Before we move on from the Leafs, I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about the goaltending situation.
Ooh.
Joseph Wall is going to be in the lineup against Arizona tonight.
Yep.
This episode won't be up until tomorrow, so everyone listening will know the outcome already. But I want to know what you guys think because Samsonov was a big part of their winning streak here. He hasn't been playing like fantastic,
Yeah, I was gonna say was he?
but he's working.
Made some big saves.
And he's the one that put them through the first round. Again, like he outplayed
Sammy just
Vasilevsky.
beat Vasi.
Yeah, you got
It's
Chippy's
just
song.
at me.
Hey, we got Cup Bound. We got Sammy
Sammy
just
just
beat
beat
Vasi.
Vasi.
You know, like so for Chippy's sake, I want to say Samsonov should be the starter in playoffs just so that
Oof.
the song works again.
We got Cup Bound 2 coming.
Cup Bound number
Cup
2.
Bound 2's
Yeah,
coming.
yeah. Every year, new Cup
Yeah.
Bound.
Why
Why not? Yeah.
Sit down for an afternoon, put it a banger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Give it.
But yeah, I want to know, like, do you guys think that they're going to run a true tandem with Wall and Samsonov, or are they going to try and see who's going to be the starter?
Depends. I mean, it depends on how Wall does. I mean, is he the real deal or was it streak? Was he just hot?
I
for
mean-
a moment in time at goalies. It's
First of all, it's going to be a 6-1 Leafs win, and Wool is going to make a few key saves,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's going to be like, all right, well, it's going to put the pressure on Samsonov.
Yeah,
right?
he's been playing like Wall has been back in the AHL for I don't know how many games
oh,
now.
has he?
They put him for
Yeah.
a couple. Just
Yeah,
they bring him into the league, you know.
How did he do?
he I'm pretty sure he stopped like 38 of 39 or something like that. Like and there were a lot of high quality chances. Like supposedly the Marlies aren't doing too hot, so they're not playing the best defensive hockey right now, and he kind of kept them in it, and he looks solid from.
Basically,
Okay, I didn't know he played yet.
if Wool wants to be the number one guy, he's got to earn it, and he essentially has to steal it from Samsonov. He has to
Yeah.
play so
I
good.
think
That's-
I think it's opposite. I think he's given it like he has it.
See, that's why I'm asking because so you want to hear what I think?
Like Sammy hasn't proven anything.
I see a
Yeah.
tandem. I see a tandem going.
Even Marty
yeah.
Jones, I could see taking Sammy's spot.
Yeah.
So I think
He had a good hot streak there.
I just think Sammy was like we put him on wave shows.
Yeah, I know.
The waivers,
Wild, eh?
bro. Like,
Wild. Anyone want this guy?
no one.
Anybody.
Anybody like that's
Hey, you.
He was having a mental
to
breakdown.
come back from that. Like it's just it might take.
It is. We got to give him kudos for coming
He
back.
did come
you know?
back, but like, did he?
Yeah. So my thinking is that
Winning game.
they have to see what they have in Wall. Like, is he back? Truly back? You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
like,
but it's still Sammy's net right now. They're paying him the most. You know, like Wall is. What is he getting? 1.5 or something like that. Like he's not nearly as much
As long as
Vasi.
he stops the pucks from going to the net, that's all they care about.
Yeah. But I think that, like Jeremy said, it's more of a tandem right now. They're gonna rotate and then see if anyone walks away with it before the playoffs, you know.
mhm.
And if not, then I'd say you give game 1 to Joseph Wall. If it's a toss
Wall's
up,
getting game 1.
they're gonna trust Joseph Wall a little bit more. I think just based on Vasi's
That's
mental
actually
state.
really interesting. Who gets game 1?
Yeah, like, and that's gonna matter because if they win, all of a sudden, if they win game 1, are you gonna switch it up for game 2 and do a tandem? No. If they lose game 1, do you abandon ship and switch right away?
Mhm.
You know, like Boston ran into this last year
yeah,
when they got eliminated, right? People were arguing that
Swayman.
they should have played Swayman instead of Allmark, and they stuck with Allmark and then wanted to switch up in like game 6 or something.
Like goalies are so streaky. Like
Yeah.
I feel like Sammy's streaky. Like if
Yeah.
he's hot,
Yeah,
like
he is.
like,
No, he is. Is it
and if
lo-
you're not, you're
mental?
just it's
The thing is with
yeah.
Sammy that I don't know what it is about him, but I think it's like when the Leafs need him to like shut it down, like they're not having their best night defensively. I don't know if they necessarily have the faith in him yet. He hasn't really like stolen a game for them ever.
That's what I'm saying.
Whereas
He'll make
Joseph
saves that
Wall,
don't matter. You're
Joseph
like, oh,
Wall makes the save when it matters and
Yeah.
keeps them in the game, you know?
Yeah,
Whereas Sammy has been like just consistent enough that they can win whether or not he makes the
Sammy
perfect
will make
save
the
or not.
save when we're like 4-1.
Yeah.
It's like 4-1, and we need
Yeah,
need
yeah.
that save. Like we absolutely needed that save. Like because we've already let 4 in. It's
Yeah.
like, and then we'll make it 4-3, and then we just didn't get that
Yeah.
last save.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, so I don't know if it's a matter of like the goalie themselves, like Sammy or Wall, or just like the team's confidence in them.
Yeah.
By the way, my ADHD thought right here. I'm looking out the window. It's snowing. It wasn't supposed to. It's -9 right now.
Yeah,
The weather has been absolutely atrocious the last week. It's been very warm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get one last skate on my backyard rink.
yeah,
And,
and of course it's snowing the
Snow
only
just
time it's cold.
helps it so much.
this is the only day that it's cold. I do not want it to be snowing, but I actually came up with a bit of a cheat code,
Mm-hmm.
I think. We had to do this pod. I want to be working on the ice right now to get one last skate out of it, getting it perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of going out there and flooding it and walking back and forth, adding layer upon layer upon layer of ice,
Mm-hmm.
I got the sprinkler from for like the front lawn,
Yeah.
and I put it in the middle of the ice.
And it's snowing right now.
well, right now it's going back and forth,
Yeah.
just making it rain on the ice.
Hopefully it's freezing rain.
Applying gentle layers of water to each side, hoping that it freezes by the time it comes back for the next little raindrops to hit.
Right.
So I'm trying to build up some ice on that rink so we can actually skate. Hayden went and checked it this morning, and he said it was down to the liner.
Oh,
Yeah, the
side.
one side was liner, the other
Well,
side
it
was like a puddle
15
almost.
degrees
I know, it's
yesterday, and then it went to
ridiculous.
-8 in the same day.
Yeah, like you can only flash freeze so quickly, you know.
What?
Yeah,
So I just filled that spot with snow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that
They won't just so the skates don't hit it.
yeah,
Like
then it's
enough.
supposed to be
Yeah.
15 on the weekend.
yes, it's gonna.
This is the effort that Jeremy goes through for 1 hour of skating.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could just take the kids to public skating, eh?
You could have, yeah.
But yeah.
Or like a rink that has a chiller, like there's one at Horseshoe.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
That was a chiller on that rink.
Yeah, they got.
Yeah, it's small though. Like it's not even as big as Jeremy's.
Yo, we should go out on the weekend and just rock some kids. You want to?
This weekend?
Yeah, we've been meaning to do
there-
an
is
ODR
there-
takeover
I'm down. I'm not.
because they got the chiller there. Like, it's close to you.
I'm down.
As long as it's not like
Oh.
15 degrees like it's calling
Are you-
for, then
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
like even
that'd
the
be
chill-
too. That'd be
yeah,
too.
it'd be too
yeah.
soft. They won't have it open.
Okay, the next cold weekend, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's go dangle some kids.
down. I didn't go to the ODR once this year.
I know it sucks. It's
All right.
bad. You know, you see McDavid just toe dragging Corey Perry's kid.
Yeah, I need to do some of that
That's
stuff.
what we need.
That's funny. I didn't get
That's
out
what we need.
once, bro. That's bad.
We need in our
That's
lives.
Bad. Except for the only time I was on the ODR was MetLife Stadium.
Mm.
Pretty nasty ODR rep.
Instead of in front of 50,000.
yeah, 50.
Yeah, if you missed that episode, Chippy kind of walked me through his entire weekend at the Stadium Series.
Oh yeah, Chippy walked me on the outdoor rink too.
Oh, did saw
That was at the All-Star
just
game.
saw another
Yeah.
angle of that. Already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, a little forecasting for this weekend.
Heavyweight belt on the line.
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
got
gosh.
Chippy and I talked about Rempe
Yeah.
on New York Rangers, just absolutely wanting the smoke from every heavyweight player on every team, and now he's about to be playing the Leafs with Revo. Do you think that Keefe keeps Reeves in the lineup because
Has
he knows?
to, bro. Has
Well,
to.
Reeves has been fringe, right? Like Reeves has been playing good actually right
Just
now.
scored though.
He just scored, so I feel like they're going to keep him in there, and even just for the TV,
No, you got to
they got to keep him in there.
No, you got to keep him in just to like keep this guy in check.
Yeah,
Rempe, shout the Rempe.
This
Rempe's a beauty.
this
for
is
fighting everyone.
90s style hockey.
I love this.
I remember Don Cherry talking about this on Rock'em Sock'em, saying like he would go to like any game he could find tickets to, and there was a game. It was like Detroit versus Jersey. I
Mhm.
think it was like Probert versus Stevens.
It's a
right?
heavyweight title. Like
It's
you're not,
it's
you're not only
exactly
going to
it.
watch some hockey, you're going to
Literally, the posters are like them showing fists.
I might be misquoting the matchup, but it was like, and he said it was packed barn, sold out. He could not get tickets because
It's like the
everyone
history.
wanted. Isn't that wild to see guys fight?
Yeah.
And that has not happened. The league has gone a different way.
Uh-huh.
There haven't been fights like this, and now we're seeing it like Delorier versus
Yeah.
Rempe.
No,
Center,
watch
like,
this.
So before we got too much further into this, I want to talk about that because I've never seen I've watched a lot of Leafs games with the boys, right?
Yeah.
Over the weekend, we're at this pond hockey tournament. We're done our games for the day. We're chilling in the hotel room, kind of waiting around to see if we're gonna what we're gonna do for dinner.
Yeah.
And the Philly versus New York game, the outdoor rink is on. Like the what game was it? Stadium Series
Yeah.
is on, right? And we got a room full of our team chilling there. I have not seen guys get as hyped for any Leafs goal ever, any game, even in the playoffs. I've never seen more hype in a room than when Rempe dropped the gloves against Delorier there and just was
Unreal.
like
dude.
that was the fight of the decade.
Yes.
And we
Oh.
had a room full of boys. We're all cheering like this is the best fight ever.
Yeah, that's what
like
I'm
it was
saying.
uniting us as fans, and we're not fans of the Leafs, but we love that. You
What
know,
a tilt. What a
like
tilt
just
that was.
instinctually you watch it, you're like, this is like gladiators.
there hasn't
like,
been a fight like that since the 90s.
yeah, like it was exciting.
Oh,
And like we pulled out the chips. We're all like the
was
fight
classic.
lasted like a minute and a half.
I know,
you know?
just pounding each
Yeah.
other's skulls. And I mean, people watch UFC every weekend. Like, they're
Yeah.
selling out barns. Like, that's what makes hockey the best sport ever, is that it's the only
It's got
sport
everything.
where you could
Yeah.
drop the gloves and you get a 5-minute just little...
And then fight again if
there
you
you
want.
go, fight again.
You can just pound a guy's face in.
And there's no gloves. It's bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle boxing,
Yeah.
and then you go to a cool box with refreshments.
Yeah.
And you
Get
go
your,
plan, you go
sport
plan
drink.
out number 2. You go plan out the second one. You go,
Yeah.
"Hey, you want to go again? Let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
go again."
They talk on the bench after, hey, good fight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
See you
it's
next game.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
bro.
very respectfully
Yeah,
chat.
cordial.
I think it's coming back.
I'm just looking at Rempe's name here. Does he have a nickname?
The
Rampinator.
heavyweight belt.
I feel it should be Rampage.
Rampage. Rampage.
Rampage.
Rampage.
Rampage. Rampage.
Rampage.
Rampage.
Rampage.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I don't know.
You guys we got to start doing the highlights of the week, the Puck Daddy breakdown. You know.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
We
Yeah.
do. We do.
Here comes Rampage.
Yeah.
comes Rampage.
Versus Revo.
Bro.
Revo and Rampage.
Hey,
Ding, ding, ding.
the marketing though that this brings to the game,
Mm-hmm.
like
They need to lean into it more. You know.
that's what I'm
but that's
saying.
the
It's
thing.
gonna come back because
But-
they're gonna see. Holy, look what these clips did online. Like, it was getting reposted on ESPN. A million.
The problem with
likes.
that is that there's guys that played back then that are like literally
Severely
have brain
messed up,
damage
yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
and like it's probably
blows
they're
to the
not
head aren't
like
great.
they're signing up to play hockey. Like all these guys, super high speed, dangerous in its own right. They're not professional fighters where they're like signing up to know they're getting brain damage. Like they're not getting paid like a UFC fighter to get punched in the face. you know?
Rempe's probably doing some jiu-jitsu out there now. These guys are
He's doing the
these guys are
kickboxing.
training some martial arts now. It's gonna be.
Kickboxing. Is he Adam Sandler?
It's coming back, man. I'm telling you.
Well, no, like kickboxing, but without the kicking. You know?
Oh yeah, you're not
like-
allowed to do that.
I don't think so.
It's just it's a general part of the game. Like if you go to a men's league game, like, you're almost getting in a scrap every single.
There's some heat
something
there.
happening. It's just
I'm
part-
not.
You can't.
Not me. I'm nice on.
The first game I played, you got bounced out of the first game,
Got
the
ejected.
first game I played with Jer,
I remember that.
I was
yeah.
like, oh, I didn't know Jer was like this. Like
feisty.
he gets
Jer's
bounced out of the
feisty.
game. He was,
That was the only game, and it's
the
because-
first game I ever played with you, and I was like, Jared's getting bounced out of the
No,
game.
I don't think I ever posted that
Scrapping.
video either.
That's hilarious. I think you did.
Did we edit? No, I don't think. I don't
No,
remember
I think
editing
I
it.
remember seeing it. I
I
maybe
don't
I'm
think.
wrong.
I don't think that was
so.
the concept of the video, but I think we uploaded
I think I
it.
remember seeing that.
I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
Anyway, we'll have to go and confirm that. Go.
No, I think we still got to edit that one because I remember that the puck went across the line, and I'm standing right there with my GoPro on, and I'm like, it's in. And this guy comes up, and he looks at me, he goes, and he's got like that Darcy Tucker 1,000-mile stare. Right?
Yeah, these guys are
and he
nuts,
just
bro.
glides up, and he's like, I'm like, it's in. He looks at me, he's like, no, it's not. And he damn well saw it in the net, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not. And he cross-checks me,
Oh,
buries me, and I get up, I'm like, well, I can't just like let him do that to me, right?
That's
So
what
of
I'm
course
saying.
I get up and I grab him, throw him around a little,
Yeah.
right? And then his buddy comes.
I mean,
in.
it's part of the game.
Well,
You can't stop fighting from happening
I mean,
in a sport where you're like wearing.
See, if they're gonna stop fighting from
cross-checking each
happening,
other.
if they're gonna stop like fighting and all that stuff, and like have no tolerance for hits to the head, like they kind of already are, and all this stuff, then they need to also govern the petty stuff that is what deters people from doing all the dumb things that make people
like
do that.
cross-checking someone for just looking at a puck going to a net.
Well, that's what I mean. That kind of stuff will be eliminated if they do scrap. Like there'll be less cross checks, less dirty.
Yeah, like
stuff.
self-governing is what I'm. But if they
Yeah.
eliminate the self-governing elements
Ah.
of the game, then they have to find a way to govern the stuff that's like where it's going to become soccer,
Yeah.
where they're getting like penalties for
Yeah.
like poking the guy in the back with a stick and antagonizing him. You know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something, Chippy. I saw that fight, and I immediately pulled my son out of hockey because I don't. It's too dangerous for him. It's too dangerous for my little
Yeah.
Mason to be in a game
That's
where
disgusting behavior. Isn't it?
people just drop their gloves and fight right in the middle of the ice for no reason.
Can't believe savages.
Despicable.
Just savages.
I can't have my little sweet young boy
No,
doing something like that.
it's disgusting behavior.
I've seen how hard they hit.
Who are their parents?
I'm going to sign them up for soccer.
Exactly.
So I don't think it
Exactly,
is
I
good for the
agree.
game. I don't think it's good for the game to have fighting and this aggressive behavior.
No, aggressive behavior should be banned
Yes.
from the
All right,
world.
are you guys done?
It should be banned from the world. It's not natural at all.
It's
Just so everyone knows, anytime that Chippy is up here, like Chippy gets here and Jeremy's not here, when Jeremy enters, then all of a sudden they just start doing these like never-ending
Bits.
back and forth bits, and I'm just like, are we gonna do the podcast? Or are you guys just gonna riff for like half an hour?
By the way, guys, did you see the latest stats on Hayden says?
That's hilarious.
I want to get into the mailbag and wrap this up so we can
Let's
do
do
the
it.
Puck Daddy show.
Let's do it.
We got Kai. We introduced him at
What
the start of this
up?
episode because
Kai,
he's a
you're a
member on
beauty.
YouTube.
Cobra Kai.
He's got a question for us. He's 15 years old, and
Shout out Kai.
Great
I'm
age.
gonna have a hard time reading this because
He says
I guess
there's
was
a
missing
giant
Chippy on
cell
the pod.
phone in the way.
yeah.
Can you scroll
Shout
up?
out to Kai. He was missing
I
shit.
can't.
Just send him a bunch of messages. It'll push that one higher. You'll be confused.
Here
There you go.
Kai.
There you go. There you go. Almost there.
A little bit more. A little bit
Yeah,
more.
we have to raise you. That's why you got so
Oh, we
many
gotta-
messages.
There you go.
Okay, so
I'm
Kai.
gonna think that you have your phone in your pocket.
Yeah, Kai's 15, and he's just getting into hockey. He says,
Seen
see
just
it?
now.
You
He
see
just
it?
saw it. He
Yeah.
just saw it.
shout out to Kai. So he just
That's
started. He
hilarious.
just started playing hockey, and he's been grinding. He's up at 5 to 7 a.m. working on his hands, working on his rollerblading, and he wants to know: is it too late for him to get into like the competitive
Yeah.
side of hockey?
It's
15 is tough.
Yeah, it's too late.
okay.
He says he's pretty good though.
It's very
I'm joking, Kai.
it's not impossible, but it's very improbable.
For roller hockey, I feel like it's different. I feel like roller hockey, I think you could. There's not a lot of people.
He didn't specify if it's ice hockey or roller
It
hockey.
says roller hockey. Isn't it?
But no, but that was just him training. I think.
Oh,
So I don't know if it's
Okay.
Ice
formal.
hockey.
I'm going to
Yes.
look at this question. Is it too late as a 15-year-old to get on a team and play good if I keep the grind?
oh
no,
no,
that's
no.
possible. That's possible.
Yeah.
Because there's house league teams. you can join a house league team anytime you want,
Mhm.
and you can play. And I helped a neighborhood kid. She was 13 years old. She just started playing hockey at 14.
Yeah.
She just started playing hockey at 14, and now she's on a high school team, and she's in grade 9. And I'm coaching my daughter's team. She's 6. Some of the coaches on her team are on my neighbor's team, and I'm like, oh, how's she doing? Oh, she's the hardest working girl on the team, right? And by the time she's in grade 12, she's probably going to be one of the best players on the team. You know what I mean? Because she'll
Yeah.
be like the oldest.
Yeah.
Right.
So it is possible to get on a team and to play good. And I actually played men's league hockey with a guy who didn't start until he was 15.
Right.
And he was probably like the second or third best guy on the team. He was just a natural athlete. He's like, oh, I played lacrosse my whole life. I played soccer. He's like, I was always a really good athlete.
Yeah.
And I started playing hockey late.
It's never too late to pick up the game.
No, I was joking
and,
at the beginning there.
and get good. Chippy was just like, you're probably not going to play AAA.
Well, no.
Yeah, he
out
won't
of
be
the game.
playing.
Competitive
I thought,
hockey, very unlikely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it's possible, very improbable.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, 'cause, like,
definitely play hockey.
I mean,
Yeah.
competitive hockey ends at like 60.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you only have one more year to.
Yeah, true.
And these kids have been on their like skate since they were 2. The biggest thing is going to be the skating.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you go out there and try to skate as much as you possibly can, and then obviously the hands, like there's a lot to learn in hockey, but
Sounds like you're on the right track.
by no means can you not go and light it up when you're 20 in a men's league.
Exactly.
Oh, for
You know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
100%. There's
Hockey
we
is
all end up
hockey.
at the same place. So
all roads
keep
lead
playing,
to New League.
baby.
Yeah.
keep
Hockey
playing.
is hockey, and if you're having fun, that's all that matters.
There's
Exactly.
lots
And
of
if you're
teams.
if you enjoy getting up at 5 a.m. and training, good, all the power to you, Kai. You're a
Is
beauty.
he up at 5?
That's what he said. 5 to 7 a.m. He's playing roller hockey in his driveway.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're going to be on the roller hockey
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, he's gonna. Cry.
Yeah, I love it. I love to hear that, Kai. And thanks for becoming a member. Anyone else wants to
It's
support
great,
the pod, grab some merch. We love you all.
and it's
Appreciate
it's
you
great
guys.
that you just sent him like 7 pocket dial messages.
Yeah.
And then he responded. It just says that we've seen his message, and now we're ghosting him.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm going to respond to you, Kai. Don't worry.
That's hilarious. No, yeah, we got to respond. We got to respond.
Yeah. All right. We got Malachi as well.
Malachi's
He
back.
wants 3 pods a week. This guy can't get enough
Oh,
of us.
Malachi, you're a legend.
And then
Yo,
this.
we're looking for sponsors.
Yeah.
You know anyone? You get like your local car dealership or like mattress supply store or something just to. Yeah, we can pump out 3 if
Yeah.
if it can replace the other income I'm making.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
All right. This guy here, he's been commenting on every episode we upload. Jack Hughes for Hart. Jack Hughes is the greatest player to step in the state of New Jersey. He's the best hockey player that ever existed. He's so underrated.
That's
He says this,
I don't think he's underrated anymore.
and I don't think so. But this guy, I just have to shout him out to see if he'll stop commenting.
That's funny.
Oh, okay. So that's got to be a response to us talking about his.
No. Every episode, he's been saying something about Jack Hughes. Every single episode,
Jay Hughes for
regardless.
Hart.
I feel we
Yeah.
did put respect on his name when he says, like, you know, God, I'm here. People are paying to watch me play hockey, right?
Yeah.
People are here to paying to watch me play.
Yeah.
We all agreed.
I just put his
100%.
brother in a skit.
Yeah.
That's how much respect I have for him.
He's a great player. I'm looking forward to the Four Nations Cup, having the Hughes.
I'm looking
Here's
at-
another one from him. Jack Hughes is really good at hockey. Also, Kevin Durant is top 5 NBA player of all time.
That's facts.
That's a great question.
Yes.
Just kidding.
So
Love all the comments we get.
yeah. This was one from our most recent episode, Chippy and I doing the Puck Daddy show. This is the most unwritten rules in hockey. I got people to comment like what their thoughts are.
Yeah.
So we got Finn here. He says colored tape, being a puck hog, shooting high in warmies, and hitting the goalie in the cage. That was my first overall pick. Was hitting the
goalie snow
hitting the goalie snow.
with snow probably.
Oh, like snowing the goalie. Oh,
Snow.
don't snow the goalie. Yeah, that's a good one. Then we got Malachi. Don't touch their goalie. Don't shoot when the goalie's emptying the net right when their back's turned. Don't go to the opposing side during warm-ups. Keep shifts short. And don't wind up a slap shot on a new goalie.
Oh, these are unwritten rules of hockey. I was really
Yeah.
sad that you guys did that one without me. So
I know we knew you'd have some good ideas.
Yeah. Now's your
I bet.
opportunity. What
That's
would
why
be
we
your?
decided to
Give me
do
your
it on
top
the
2.
pod.
well, it's not part of the like. You got to be a part of the group.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say the same things you did. Not be inspired by your comments.
Yeah, you missed out. It was a good
It
episode.
was a great episode.
Yeah, that's all right. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of the Puck Daddy Pod. Stay tuned
Let's go.
tomorrow, which will be Saturday, for the Puck Daddy Show.
Woo!
Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and thanks for supporting the pod.
We're gonna change
Shout out
the
to Kai.
world
Gonna change the
Acapella.
world
with
with my hockey stick. Gonna make a real difference. Feed the poor and heal the sick.